Res isn't your average game, it's an unusual game, something like you've never seen before. But even though it's odd, is it any good? Let's have a little look. Res is basically a rail shooter in a virtual reality environment. Project K is created to manage all data in cyberspace managed by AI called Eden. Eden gets overwhelmed by all the endless flow of data and goes into hibernation. You as the player set off in cyberspace to destroy the viruses and awake Eden. You control a character floating through cyberspace with a target reticle to aim at enemies on screen. You can fire one shot at a time, or hold the button down to target multiple enemies, providing you move the reticle over the target. Release the button to fire at all enemies that are locked on. Sounds simple enough, but they don't always hang around for you to attack them. Some enemies will fire projectiles at you, which will take you down a power level. If you're hit at the lowest level, then it's game over. You travel through levels with dance music and scenery that goes to the beat. Even your character pulses in time. There are 4 acts to get through, and a 5th if 100% of the levels are completed. Each act has 10 levels to get through, and ends with a huge boss. Some are tough, and quick responses are required to take them down. They will attack with multiple projectiles, and at times you need to rotate around to see what's coming behind you. You can collect overdrive options, which can take out all enemies on screen, which can be helpful in boss battles. But is this game any good? Surprisingly it is. When I played this, I thought of Panzer Dragoon, Afterburner, and a hint of Lawnmower Man. The graphics look fantastic for the time and flow really nicely, although I didn't like the transition from one stage to the next. It just looked like a bad edit. The controls are still pretty good. You can either use the analog stick or the D-pad to move around. Using the stick is far smoother, but it can take a few levels to get used to it. The targeting system works well and doesn't require pinpoint accuracy to lock onto enemies. The music is good too. It even says at the start to use headphones for the full experience, and the more you listen to it, the more immersive it becomes.
You'll start to feel like you're really there. You're becoming engrossed in this digital world that doesn't really exist, floating through cyberspace, into the unknown, into the vast universe of digital madness. Then you'll snap out of it and realise it's just a game and it won't affect your life in any way possible.
After playing this game, I thought, wouldn't it be great if they had this on PSVR? Turns out they did this years ago as Res Infinite. That's something I need to get hold of one day. But for the Dreamcast version, this is an incredible 3D world that not only looks amazing, but plays great too. The Dreamcast version is very pricey, so if you don't want to spend big money, you can always pay less for the PlayStation 2 version.
Thanks for watching. If for some strange reason you like my videos, please consider subscribing so I don't feel so unpopular. Do you know what I mean?